I'm 23 years old, still looking for magic. The older I get, the more I lose the blueprint to God's face, and sometimes I forget who I am and who I was, and I'm always trying. But for some reason, the smell of crisp fabrics pressed into stacks by hands as wrinkled as maps always seems to bring me tumbling home and makes me think about my grandmother. And I don't know much about her. Our timelines didn't permit it as such, but I remember her smile. Could spin this world. If ever gravity decided to call in sick, I was told she was a tall woman. Until diabetes made her a little bit shorter than me at age 9. Since the second grade, I've known what reality tastes like. It's the grandson. Cupping a kneecap like a baseball. It's the phantom stroke of two lost shins, and before she died, she told me, baby, sometimes I can still feel my toes. Told me to watch where the wind blows. Still to this day, I think about what she said, and I can smell her on my shirts whenever I wash them just yesterday. I had a discussion with God about the clouds. I asked her how they move. Strangely, it sounded a lot like my grandmother when she said, baby. The souls shift the clouds. I just wish them forward. It's a lot like love. I told God the last time I saw love, it told me to smile like we never met, and all I ever wanted was another hug. Just another kiss to the forehead. Someone to glue back my broken childhood left scattered on a baseball field where love rarely showed up to. And it's days like this, God, that I wonder if your angels ever get carpal tunnel in their wings trying to stop poets like me from plunging their pen into their wrist to get more in tune with their words. And I know, ever since the Old Testament, you got tired of speaking in tongues, so now you speak in sign language. I got angry with God and asked her, do you ever get arrogant? She smiles at me and says, boy, have you ever seen the sun? Whispers to me saying something like, you're not alone. There's a grain of sand somewhere with your name on it. When she said that, all I could reply was, I hope you told that grain of sand the same thing about me. And God says, love. Love is like salt. No one knows the exact amount to use, and even though it dissolves, you can still taste it. And I pray to still taste it after I left love. A thank you note at the bottom of my cigarette carton to still some nights. I wish love would just call me back. After she told me that magic don't exist, baby, but I can make you feel like it does. Like I can make the pain disperse like a pigeon flock in the rain, like we puncture holes in the skies, creating the outline of stars, like I stay until morning without you ever asking. And if you listen closely, I'll teach you how to realign decrepit chakra around the spine of dandelions, let go of wasted breath and lost time, because the more that you hold on to it, it hurts. And I asked God, how do you get rid of pain? God says, do as the clouds do. Cry and move forward. Usually my words are the attempts of kids jumping in a double dutch twisted in a sea of some goddamn enigmas and commas, but right now, I keep thinking about my little sister like, go ahead, little mama. Why don't you shake, shake, shake it for your hood if it's all good? I see you popping in them Pampers. No shirt, no socks, just sandals, a head full of barrettes, and at age 2. A snowball is as good as you gonna get till it's all over your Sunday's dress. You keep thinking you all grown, with your hands on your hips. Twisting your head just like this. You can't even stand up straight trying to develop your switch, content with popping them little plastic bubbles into them boys. Gonna rub you thinking, ugh. She got cooties, but I'm still gonna want to touch her. You know, growing up, she used to call me big brother, and I stayed cutting up in classes and learning new curse words, but if you're thinking about touching her, you're gonna find out new ways of pain like Indian burns and knuckles to brains, and trust me, you can't even handle my caliber. I got 2 hammers that smashes like Gallagher. I've been quicker than Galactic. I've been on this job since January 1st to the ending of the calendar. But fast forward 15 years later, you know how life go. Got an address from one of my boys and peered through a cybernetic window, saw things that should remain unseen, like her taking pictures against disgusting bathroom mirrors on Facebook, whoring herself out for an increase of numbers and friends and comments, and I just shook my head in disappointment. Now I'm to the point where I'm asking myself, where the fuck is your mother and where did I go wrong? Maybe I should have stayed when your father was gone, but now you all grown with your hands on your hips and you got boys pushing your head down just like this. You can't even stand up straight, trying to gather with little air and courage and confidence to get up off the ground and strut your shit, although your womb is open bleeding like a busted stitch, thinking this is love and should be thinking, what the fuck is this? Because there weren't no hugs and ain't no kiss. And I want you to know that this ain't no Love Jones flick. And I want you to know no amount of pounds of shit can describe the disgust of a rapist's kiss. And I feel like I'm on some kind of mission, wishing I could find this guy and vent my vengeance on thee with the force of 10,000 whispers from God, hitting him so hard that it breaks every bone from his chest to his knee. But in reality, honestly, there's nothing to replace a broken hymen but tears and time, and I wish this wasn't life so I can have time to rewind it. To rewind when your innocence was as long and strong as the monkey bars you swung from. Get you to see those ribbons in the sky before you see ribbons of blood, and all I can do is just offer you my love and my wrist. Where my arms and my shoulders to cascade over your shoulders, try and stop it before you go and do something stupid, like cut away the portions of flesh that will never be brightened. I try to put it in my best voice to say all is not lost. It's darkest before the dawn and the sun ain't gone. It takes time to heal, so just be strong and toll no gongs. And I pray every day that you take how you feel and you put it in a poem, or you write it in a song, and don't end it in a slash and bleed it on the floor. And yes, I know everything's not okay. I just want to let you know that life goes on. Misty clouds swirl within the intermissions. Nickel-plated nail tops spin inward into stone-cold palms, wet from gripping rubber handles and warm triggers. Only silence perforates the air with words as holy as Illumini Padre, e Fili Spiritu Santi, while candles hold the wax of hope at the bottom of their bowels. Dusty shelves filled with knickknacks, trinkets, and boggles. Boys dust in the sand from the scopes of their barrels with crisp prayers pinned to t-shirts like complaints from teachers. And she prays every day that he doesn't come home abracadavered into a streamlined folded flag, matching purple hearts and fragmented collection of bones that was her husband. Words stuffed so far back into throats that whispers would need Nike-sponsored asthma pumps just to grasp a whimper. After all, she heard that he was coming home, but not in bits and pieces. Said he'd be coming back with no dreams of ever leaving amber wave of grain to gain, left to prove that this here is the land of the free and the home of the brave. He came to bind in his mind that war can only bring peace, and love can only come with a fight. Because blades of grass can't survive on hope alone, and I swear, this must be the only bit of truth that keeps him going. There's no other alternative, and scholarships just don't fall from the fucking sky, so don't ask him why. The sight of his daughter playing chrysanthemum calavier, waving pollen like pixie dust is the only other reason he needs to put himself between a bullet and a target. He had to murder 3 insurgents today because one had a gun and the other 2 were just in the way. Death ain't never easy when you're the one still breathing. Chest still heaving, crossing over the body while the kill's still bleeding. Tears for the fallen and the peace he's seeking. While taking aim, he vividly remembers a line of a letter she once sent him that said, "How do you think I feel on every second Sunday of May knowing you took another Mother's Day away?" while he clutched his gun and said, "This is for America. This is for the towers and the oil." And the laughter spilled from the lips of Iraq and bin Laden and the armless. 13-year-old boys trying to defend their country, and the roadside bomb, yeah, the roadside bomb that left a hole in my platoon. See, baby, I am a soldier. Fear does not exist in a piece of stone. I am a father. Shotgun to the face with calloused hands, she says, "I love you." But I just can't support a war with no idea what we fighting for. I hear you murmur your visions of a perfect world. Tell me, do you see blood-stained burqas, starless flags, or children's bodies being used as armor? Tell me, soldier, do you remember how to use a swing set as a human catapult? Can you make love to me with the same hands you use to fuck your guns, or have you forgotten that you are merely flesh?